One thing that has made it a little more difficult for the New York Jets this year, although they're doing all they can to make it clear that it hasn't made things more difficult, Hard Knocks. Aaron Rodgers was on WFAN with Boomer and Gio. Here is Rodgers talking about the experience that the Jets have had with something that it was clear they didn't really want to do with HBO and NFL films.
Listen, I think there is an idea for a lot of us, myself included. I honestly hadn't seen the show in a few years, that it's just one big distraction after another. And I think the fear for a team that has such high expectations is, and with Hard Knocks coming in, is we want our team to be as authentic as possible. And I think there was maybe an idea that, certain people turn it on for the show over the years at certain times. And I want our guys to be, authentically themselves. When we're a connected group and everybody's pulling the same direction, that's when you can get something done. But I will say this has not been that at all. To me, it's been very authentic with our guys and not a distraction at all. Now, I don't know, how much we're limiting access on certain things that may be more distracted, but I think it's been great. Shannon's been incredible to talk to, and they've been not a hassle at all, and they've asked for me to be mic'd up a few times, and I've gladly done it, and I think the content's been good, it's been real, and I'm having a good experience with it.
Okay, that's fine, but again, I've said this time and time again. It's not a documentary, it's an infomercial. When the subject of the documentary has final say over what makes it to air, it is no longer a documentary. It is not documenting what actually happened. And for Rodgers to say we want to be as authentic as possible, there was an idea certain people turn it on over the years, hasn't been, very authentic. For us, it's been very authentic. I noticed in the first episode, when they deal with the Nathaniel Hackett, Sean Payton thing, and all they give us is what guys said publicly, and none of the stuff that went on behind the scenes. And we both know some stuff went on behind the scenes after Sean Payton dropped that turd in the punch bowl.
Yeah.
We both heard some stuff that went on behind the scenes.
Right.
Wouldn't that have been something to see and hear? So it's not authentic. If it's not authentically giving us that which authentically happens, it's not authentic, Aaron. They hid from us the true reaction, the true response, the various things that were being contemplated by the powers that be for responding to what Sean Payton said about Nathaniel Hackett. There's a lot there that could have been in Hard Knocks and wasn't.
No, I know. Well, you're never going to get that. You're not. I mean, you're right. I mean, there's limitations to what you're going to say.
But let's not act like it's authentic.
Well,
then.
it's as
let's
authentic as
lie
it's
to
going
the
to get
people
without
and
a
say it's
team
authentic.
causing more problems for itself and more distractions for itself and more issues
authentic.
for itself. Okay, it's as authentic as I've seen Hard Knocks. I'll say that, right?
That's a low bar.
And okay, well, that's fine. It's still access that is very rare to see in an NFL organization. And that's what I appreciate about it. And then Rodgers has embraced it. And here's one thing, too. Because we all, the distraction thing is very real, and you hear that more times than not, right? But I did have a coach tell me on the Jets on the field in the pregame against the Cleveland Browns that, Hard Knocks, they're around and you notice them. But he brought up the angle of he wasn't so sure it wasn't a good thing, right? That it made everybody be on their P's and Q's. And then the fact that some of these young guys, they're in the team meeting room, right? And they know HBO's got cameras all around. They don't want to be the one that's at, slouching or maybe their eyes are dozing off that, mom or grandma can see and go, hey, what the hell are you doing? Why are you sleeping in the meeting, right? So that's one of the positives of it. And I think that's where the Jets have embraced it to make it a little bit like, oh, yeah, you want to see us? Well, here, we're going to be on our game and do that. And I think maybe that's what Rodgers is speaking to a little bit with Boomer and Gio.
It was the argument the Jets used to justify it back in 2010, and I think they dusted that off to try to get guys like Robert Saleh to buy in this year.
Yeah.
The idea that, hey, if we're going to go to where we want to go, we're going to be the center of attention. We're going to be the team that everyone's paying attention to. So let's get used to it now.
Yeah.
Because if we get to where we want to be, we're going to have to get used to it later, and we'll be ahead of the game if that's the case. One of the things we've heard over and over and over again is how happy Aaron Rodgers is with the Jets. I really do think that it's kind of a backhanded middle finger to the Packers. Hey, look at how happy I am. Look at how great I'm doing. Look at how wonderful everything is for me now. Eat your heart out. Cheeseheads, not the fans, the people in charge of the organization. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.